MF99K. And this is the last SCP of this that we get to read. The last one. The previous one was 2644. MF99K. 2644. Oh, yeah, it's the guy who... whenever he goes to sleep, he wakes up in a different person's body. Very good one. That's actually coming out in a month. That's coming out in a month. That is a very good SCP. Oh yeah, no, today is another short stream. We only have like 1,000 words more than yesterday. Well, we read a joke SCP made by them. Let me see here. Yeah, no, but whenever I say the last SCP, I don't count the joke ones. Because those, like, I'm talking about like the main series SCPs is the last one. The joke one, yeah, that's for sure. We'll get there eventually as well. But, yes. MF99K, first of all, 2644. Really awesome SCP, honestly. Very, like, tragic one. Really well done, though. I like the concept, I like the premise behind it, I like how it was written. I like the tragedy behind the character. So we are here to say thank you for all the mainline SCPs that you have written. Eventually I'll get to the joke one. If you see this video, I enjoyed. You know, actually, I do say every time we do finish one of the authors, we do also look what the second last one was that we read from there, which was 2619, which was the bird that changes, that transforms into whatever bird you want it to be. Like whatever your favorite bird is, it's what the bird transforms into, which is another really good one. That was also another good one, which comes out in 20 days. So, yeah. Honestly, MF99K, really good stuff, really good stuff. Alright, now you also wrote, and here's the last one, a rainbow holographic crystal dinosaur. Fuck yes, that's a good title. And that's a cool picture, look at that. Yeah, we got another short one. Up to class Euclid, spectral table teachers. SCP-2883 is held in a small storage container manufactured out of opaque plastic. To avoid potential damage to SCP-2883, the container must be padded with standard packaging materials. During transport, SCP-2883 is to be kept in its container. Staff in charge of conducting any experiments involving SCP-2883 must have immunity to its anomalous effect. Any personnel with vision properly obscured or previously exposure to SCP-2883 are considered immune to resultant cognitive failure and are thus permitted contact with SCP-2883 outside of testing conditions. See Addendum 1. Any physical or digital copies or photographs depicting SCP-2883 must be incinerated or erased as necessary. Personnel and test subjects in contact with SCP-2883 that begin to exhibit symptoms associated with migraine, ischemia, or stroke must be treated as non-anomalous stroke patients until symptoms subside. And here we have a rendering of SCP-2883 created by researcher Valencio after recovering from exposure. Cool. Love that. Digital render 2-3. Love it. Description. SCP-2883 is an approximately 1.2 kilogram crystal comprised of 99.9% pure bismuth, resembling a member of the clade Aviale in both shape and size. It is capable of complex locomotion and exhibits foraging behaviors similar to members of the taxonomic genus Aphelocoma, scrub jays. Though it does not eat and is unable to fly due to its density, it is relatively docile and will not attack if handled. It is believed to be visually inhibited as it has difficulty avoiding obstacles in its vicinity. Visual observation of SCP-2883 causes contractions of cranial, anterior, and temporal arteries, significantly reducing blood flow to sections of the brain responsible for linguistic forms of communication, often resulting in severe migraines, difficulty reading, and cerebral ischemia. Cerebral hemorrhage is a condition characterized by reduced blood flow to the brain, often resulting in brain damage and strokes. Prolonged observation of SCP-283 will cause a temporary shutdown of these areas, though the lack of blood flow to this area does not appear to cause any permanent damage. Cessation of activity in these areas is counteracted by hyperactivity in the visual cortex. These dramatic changes in brain activity often cause subjects to experience hallucinations and seizures. Subjects in this state displays symptoms similar to victims of stroke, but are still able to control all voluntary muscles, basic organ functions, and use symbol-based assisted communication devices. The dragon looks really awesome, it does. Love, well, it's a dinosaur though, it's not a dragon. Love when SCPs have custom art, I agree with you. Yeah, no, custom art is always nice. Subjects within this state cannot speak or write, though most subjects are capable of high accuracy rendering of cognitive images through drawing. Drawings of SCP-283 are not hazardous, thus this is the only known safe process of obtaining images of SCP-283. Within 48 hours, subjects suffering from the ischemic condition will recover. All portions of the brain will continue functioning normally, though there's often still an increased level of activity in the visual cortex. Subjects previously at high risk of stroke appear to show fewer signs of abnormal blood flow, though these subjects may occasionally relapse into a ischemic stroke state consistent with initial SCP-283 exposure. The majority of fully recovered subjects experience no further ischemic effects upon viewing SCP-283, though they are incapable of writing or speaking while observing SCP-283. Recovered subjects appear to have heightened interest in creative activities, though often have increased difficulty comprehending written materials. Exact intensity of effects varies from subject to subject. Treatment of subjects with Class B amnestics has proven ineffective in counteracting the effects of exposure. It may only be used after subject recoveries to avoid devastating side effects, including permanent hearing loss and brain damage. Oops, my bad, Dinosaur. Yeah. Although I gotta say, that dinosaurs is like the closest thing we'll have to fucking, to dragons, I would say. I feel like dinosaurs and dragons are like distant cousins. Like, it's wild to think like dragons are unreal, but dinosaurs were, you know what I mean? Like whenever I go to like the National History Museum and I see all like the dinosaur bones and like the fucking art, that how they're supposed to look like, I'm like, okay, so we had this, but fucking dragons are apparently too far-fetched. Dinosaurs are dragons without wings. I mean, they're all dragons without wings in the Asian mythology, don't forget about that. And then in one, material testing log, negative test results indicate material failure to prevent effects of SCP-283 exposure. Material, testing status and results. Okay, eyeglasses, complete, negative. Sunglasses, complete, negative. Camera lens, complete, negative. Photographs, complete, negative with a little majority of tests, gotcha. The asterisk is majority of tests. Photographic renderings, complete, positive. Drawing / visual recreations, complete, positive. Infrared imaging, complete, positive. Eyelid, closed eyes, complete, positive. Cotton fabric, complete, positive. Polycarbonate welding lens, complete, positive with a footnote. Though not completely effective, polycarbonate in lenses greatly reduce the effects of exposure. Translucent latex, red, incomplete, NA, and then SCP-3 and SCP, well, permission rejected, NA, and then SCP-4, pending approval, NA. Addendum 2. SCP-2883 was discovered after multiple curators at the Art Gallery in San Francisco were hospitalized with stroke-like symptoms while setting up the exhibition. Other curators began complaining of severe migraines when attempting to set up pieces for display. Foundation agents began to investigate after 5 more stroke cases on the first night of the exhibition. A team of MTF ETA 10 agents were dispatched to locate the anomaly, though several agents were incapacitated after prolonged visual contact with SCP-283. Effect: non-Foundation personnel and gallery patrons were given Class B amnestics. Lack of amnestic testing on the effects of SCP-283 led several of the civilians treated to suffer from permanent damage to the Broca's regions of the brain, rendering them incapable of speech. Others who recovered became fully or partially deaf. A cover story regarding the presence of a volatile chemical solvent was used to explain the incident. Further investigation into the origins of SCP-283 found the following description printed onto a display sticker on the curator's desk. Holobird, Miranda Trusha, wax molded bismuth with patina, for those who've forgotten creativity. Investigation showed no documentation of any artist or individual known as Miranda Trushia, or Trushe, or Trusha, Trushe. Records suggest the name was maybe a pseudonym. Interviews with curators not affected by SCP-2883 implied that it had been intended for part of the exhibition, as several other works by Miranda Truchet were listed on the exhibition inventory sheet. No signs of the actual pieces could be found, though a description was found for one other Truchet piece. One more word. Miranda Truchet denotes ink for those who've forgotten humanity. Ooh. Alright. Well, don't look at it too long, guys. Don't want you guys to have a stroke now. I don't have my anime glasses. I just need to get my anime glasses back out and, like, actually, you know, use them again for, like... But that's always fun. That's always fun to do. But, like, because I would have done that right now and be like, I'm protected. I'm protected from this SCP. It can't touch me. It can't hurt me, it cannot touch me. I mean, to be fair, I'm also on the protection of Henry. Like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It was nice. Yeah, it was. Absolutely.